She was like, Felicia, you're so beautiful. If you straightened your hair, you would get all the boys. Bounced the basketball onto the back of my head. Bounced the basketball. It literally just hit scalp. Like, look at this. Like, no. Did I listen? Comment below if you think I listened. I didn't listen. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a natural hair appreciation video. And if you've ever hated your natural hair, or if you currently do, you might just relate to this video. So I know what you're thinking, girl, excuse me, but I used to hate my natural hair. So let's just go through my entire natural hair journey / natural hair love appreciation journey, self-love journey. So let's go all the way back to when I was little. So when I was little, I never had a relaxer or anything. So I've been natural all of my life. But basically when I was little, I loved my hair and my mom would do all the natural hairstyles on me. But at the time, there was no natural hair community. There was no, because this was early 90s. So there was no natural hair community. There was no twist outs. There was no braid outs. There was nothing. So basically my mom would put my hair in twists or braids, and also sometimes straighten my hair, like probably like once a year only, and blow dry my hair, ponytails, buns, all the hairstyles. And I was like, but then we enter school. And I didn't go to preschool, so this is kindergarten. So kindergarten, I'm starting to notice I'm the only Black person. And I'm starting to notice I'm the only one with my hair type. So fast forward, of course Winnie hears me talking and now she wants to be in the video. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get Winnie again. Stand by.
This is literally ridiculous. This is it. This is my life. Winnie, can you stop wagging your tail against the door, please? Please, I'm begging you. Please, how am I gonna make this video? How am I gonna make the video? So, you're just gonna put your head on my shoulder? Please stop. Sit. Wait, no. Sit. Okay, this isn't gonna work. She's gonna have to go away. She's gonna have to go away. This is literally like, she's too big now. Like, she's only 5 months old and she's literally ginormous. This is work out. Okay. Okay, stand by again. This isn't it. When you're canceled, you're canceled.
Okay guys, so back to what I was saying. So basically in first grade, I think it was first grade picture day, and now keep in mind, this was like back before like twist outs existed, but my mom blow dried my hair and then did a twist out and it looked very fabulous. It looked amazing. It was shiny. As my mom would say, it was bouncing and behaving. But keep in mind that I'm the only Black person in my grade. It was not bouncing and behaving to the other students on the bus when after picture day, so my mom clipped up my hair probably like, she did one of these. The little, when bumpets were a thing, only she just bobby pinned it. And then, so I did the picture day and then she bobby pinned it, but then the bobby pins came out. So then the front of my hair was probably just like this. Like I probably honestly had like this exact hair that I have right now. And I remember going to the bus, stepping up the bus stairs, turning onto the bus, and all the kids, kindergarten through 4th grade, are on the bus, and the entire bus explodes and breaks out in belly over laughter. And I'm like I'm so confused. Like I literally forgot that this even happened to me until I was going to film this video. So I'm like, okay. And then I sit down and I don't think that they're laughing at me. And then I sit down and my friend is like, Felicia, why is your hair like that? And then it hit me that they were laughing at me. I mean, like they staring at me and pointing and laughing didn't give me the cue that they were actually talking about me, but because I'm like, There's no way that they're talking about me. But they were. And yeah, and then, I don't know, like even though I'm like really, well, not anymore, but probably until I was like 18, I was like the most extremely shy person ever. But even though I was like really shy and did not like to be in situations like this, I don't really, and I never really have, I've never really been a person that like gets easily embarrassed. And also, if you guys want me to make a video about my most embarrassing, cringiest, awkward moments, comment down below, because even though I'm not a person that gets embarrassed easily, I've been in some very awkward and very cringy situations that definitely are worthy of waking up in the middle of the night and wondering why. Just why. Why. So anyway, back to the story. So that was like the first thing that was like a really big factor in later on me feeling like really, really different from everybody else and not accepting my natural hair at all. So basically, usually my mom would blow dry my hair or just leave it curly and then put my hair in buns. And then as I got older, more towards like 5th grade, then I would do my own hair and I would just wear my hair in a bun like pretty much all the time. And I would always do like a low bun and have like a swoop bang. Like I would literally have the biggest swoop in like 4th grade. I would literally have my hair like this in a bun. Like I would literally just have my hair in a swoop every day. And also I was in a dance competition team, also the only Black girl on the team. So also at dance class, when everybody, or like in ballet class, when everyone would have like their high bun, and everyone in my class had really, really like long straight hair. So then they would twist it up in the bun a million times and have those ballet like knitted silk bun covers. But I'm like, my hair doesn't fall out of a bun easily, so so I would have no reason to use one of those. And also a random other thing between 1st and 6th grade was that one time I was wearing a headband at lunch at school. And then my friend was like, Felicia, why are you wearing a headband right now? But they were all wearing headbands at the table. Yeah, so they were all wearing headbands. But they were like, Felicia, why are you wearing a headband? And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm just wearing a headband. And then they were like, well, you don't even have straight hair, so you don't have flyaways, so you have no reason to be wearing a headband. I was like, oh, I just like headbands. It was so strange to me that they would say that. But to them, like, these are my friends. Like, to them, they weren't being offensive, but I'm like, so I'm not allowed to wear a headband? And also, I did have flyaways. But anyway. So after the swoop, after the headband thing, then in 6th grade, then my aunt is a hairstylist. So and this was when the natural hair community like really started, when I was in 6th grade. All the YouTubers started actually, like I remember Mahogany Curls was the main person that I watched, Natural 85 also. And yeah, so then basically this is when I started my natural hair journey in 6th grade, even though my natural hair journey literally, I'll get into how it literally ended from like 6th grade to 10th grade. I just messed up my hair, but 6th grade is when I started my natural hair journey. So my aunt started teaching me and my sisters more about how to care for natural hair because she was a hairstylist. And then I remember she gave us like this huge bottle of Mix Chicks, like this big, like it was like the biggest size of the Mix Chicks. And I would use that. And then also I would use Eco Styler gel. And I would usually do like wash and goes with like just the Eco Styler. And my mom would cornrow the front of my hair in like a diagonal, like a side part cornrowing situation until the middle. And then the braids would be coming down. And then my hair in the back would be the wash and go with the Mixed Chicks and the Eco Styler gel. And I usually use the clear Eco Styler gel and then the olive oil one, which I still use the olive oil Eco Styler gel. So my classmates, foreshadowing from the beginning of the story, my classmates were not for my natural hair journey. But don't get me wrong, I really, like, everyone in my grade basically loved me and everything, but like in an interesting way, because they had a lot to say. And I did have a lot of friends in school. Like basically I was like friends with everybody. But being the only Black person, they had some things to say about my natural hair journey. So I would always wear my hair like literally every day in 6th grade with the cornrows in the front and then the wash and go in the back. So my hair was just out in the back. And sometimes I would wear my hair in a bun, but the cornrows were still in the front. So I remember one day in art class, I'm just making my collage, doing my thing, and then yucking it up with my friends. And then the whole place just erupts, not in laughter this time, but in anger, because one boy in the class said that I have dreadlocks, and he was talking about my cornrows, but he wasn't making fun of me. He just said that I have dreadlocks. And then everyone in the class was like, oh, and then because they thought that that was like going to offend me or something. So then they all started like telling the teacher that he said that, and they're like, Felicia, he just said you have dreadlocks. And I was like I really didn't care. And I was like, can I get back to my art, please? And then, yeah, so that happened. And I'll get more into when I hated my natural hair. It wasn't really until after 6th grade that I started hating my natural hair. Anyway, back to the story. So that happened in art. And then I remember one day also in 6th grade, I had the same hairstyle and we were in the multi-purpose room. So like a bunch of the grades are in the multi-purpose room and we're listening to the speaker on the stage. And then I hear these two boys, and so I was in 6th grade. I think they were like in 7th or 8th. So they're sitting like a couple rows behind me. And then one of my friends, so I hear them whispering, and I'm pretty sure they're talking about me, because you can always tell, like you can feel a stare. You can tell when people are whispering about you. It was just very obvious. So they were just laughing and talking to each other, making fun of me, and then making fun of my hair, not me, but making fun of my hair, my cornrows, and my wash and go, because they've never seen something so fabulous. And then, so one of my friends, she just turns around, literally during the assembly, while the person's talking. And we're in a huge room, and it's like, has the gym floor and the huge open ceiling, so everything echoes. She turns around and she screams at the top of her lungs. I can't say it on this video, but she screams, basically shut up, but there were some more words in her shut up. There were some added words. And even though I don't condone the words she used, I was very touched. And yes, I was very touched by that. And then, because finally someone's defending me. Well, they already were defending me in the art class and that day. And then then another thing I remember, like this literally stuck with me. Oh, by the way, so this person in this part of the story is the same person that told me on the bus in 1st grade that they were laughing at me. So this was one of my best friends, but I remember she said one day in class, we're just doing we're like painting every day of 6th grade. I don't know why we painted so much in that class, in that grade, but we were painting. And then she was like, Felicia, why don't you ever straighten your hair? Because remember, I used to always wear my hair blow dried and straightened a couple of times, not all the time, but a couple of times a year in the previous grades until I started my natural hair journey. So she's like, Felicia, why don't you ever straighten your hair anymore? And I'm like, oh, well, you know, no reason. And she's like, if you straightened your hair, she was like, Felicia, you're so beautiful. If you straightened your hair, you would get all the boys. First of all, yeah, so then that really stuck with me. And I'm like, that honestly might have been the thing that was the catalyst to me ruining my hair from 7th to 10th grade. So basically after that, oh, and then another thing. So basically I had this one kid in the class that was, even like since like 2nd grade, he was always trying to like go back and forth with me and fight, and not physically, verbally. There's just some situations, but I always came out on top. I always got the last word, even though you're not supposed to do that, but I wouldn't recommend that. But one time he was like, well, you can't even talk because look at your hair. And instantly I was like, well, look at your hair. But that also stuck with me because, well, not really, not as much as my friend saying the straight hair thing, but that was another thing. Oh, and then one time we were reading, so we were all sitting around the classroom in 6th grade, and then the teacher was reading us a book, And then we had to, oh my goodness, this isn't funny, but like, this is offensive, but it's literally, I don't know why it's making me laugh. So we had to write poems while we were sitting down about the book that she was reading. So the teacher tells everyone to go around the class and read their poem. And then one boy that was, he was my neighbor, and he like we always waited at the same bus stop. So I don't know. Oh, I almost forgot. So this one boy, like but you know how it is when boys like you, they do jabs. It was one of those situations. But so even because he liked me, then it didn't really like resonate with me, like the offensive things that he did, because I knew that he was only doing this because he had a crush on me. But whole nother video, not even ever gonna make a video on that, but whole nother video. So his poem was like, her hair, he literally said it like this. Her hair was a rat's nest. And he's like, I'm just kidding. And I was like, and all the kids were like, because all the kids were really like, they were like ride or die, like fighting for me, fighting for my defense. So they were like, and then the teacher was mad because I was one of her favorite students. So everyone was triggered, but I was like, in the moment I was offended, but like after that, like, as you guys can tell, like me telling this story, like it's not funny. And if anyone does that to you, I don't know, take them to the principal, but just tell your parents, take some action. Don't let anyone say offensive things to you, especially about your appearance or your character or you or anything. But yeah, so then another thing, so with that same boy, then I remember another time I walked into class and I sat down, and he literally had a basketball. Now this is extreme, like this isn't funny. He had a basketball and he bounced the basketball onto the back of my head because I had like the big puff in the back. And he was like, and everyone started screaming. They're like, why would you do that? Why did you do that there? And then it actually really hurt. And he was like, well, it can't hurt her because her hair is so puffy. It hurt. If you bounce a basketball, it literally just hits scalp. Like, look at this. Like, no, I felt it. It hurt. So, and then another time, then we were just in class and the teacher wasn't looking, and then he just poked a pencil into my hair and it didn't fall out. And then everyone was like whispering. And then they're like, Felicia. And then I just took the pencil. I think I just threw his pencil across the room. Like I had a lot of nerve. I had a lot of nerve in middle school. Like I just took the pencil and whipped the pencil across the room. Now he has no pencil. So it's like, okay, you put a pencil in my hair, but now you have no pencil. So it's your loss. And then I'm pretty sure he like got the pencil, and then he's like out of his chair, and the teacher turns around. She was like, get back in your chair. What are you doing about it? And he's like, my pencil. And then, yeah. But anyway, and then another boy, then I was at my locker one time. He was like, can I touch your hair? And I'm like, no. And then he like ran past and touched it. Just things like that. Like just obvious things that are happening to me in school. Like I have very different hair from everyone else. The hair. Oh wait, I completely forgot. In 5th grade, I got a texturizer. And I had the texturizer. So my aunt gave me the texturizer and straightened my hair. And then I left my hair straightened for literally like a week and a half or something. And then I remember one day in dance class, so I was in jazz, and then everyone was like saying that my hair looked so pretty, which it did. Everyone was saying my hair looked great. And then they're like, so how long is your hair gonna be like that? And I'm like, oh, well, until I wash it. Rookie mistake. And then everyone started freaking out. They're like, wait, you haven't washed your hair in a week? And I was like, well, no, because all the kids wash their hair like every day, every 2 days. And I was like, why did I even say? And then, yeah, that made me feel really bad. It's not really, I never really cared what boys said about my hair, but when my friends who were girls said that, then it really made me start to hate my natural hair. So that was really, and then it was just awkward because we're literally going to be in this dance class for the next 2 hours, and then I would just stick it out. I just had to stick it out, just be like, for the next 2 hours. And then, so back to 6th grade. So after all of that stuff, then now 7th grade, this is when my natural hair journey came to a screeching halt, when all the comments got to me and I discovered that I knew how to now straighten my own hair. Rookie mistake. So, and then everyone in my family was like, wow, Felicia, you did such an amazing job straightening your hair. It looks so pretty. And my mom was really proud of me that I could do my own hair. But my mom was the main person telling me, don't straighten your hair too often because you're gonna burn all your hair off. Did I listen? Comment below if you think I listened. I didn't listen. So, and then if you ever see an advertisement for the Maxi Glide, don't buy it. The Maxi Glide ruined my hair because it wasn't even that I was just straightening my hair with a normal flat iron all the time, but I was using the Maxi Glide and it literally had these little spikes on the flat iron panel things, and it had spikes, and it was literally just breaking my hair off with every single pass every time. And I would straighten my hair, like I would straighten my hair like once a week, like wash it and re-straighten it, and then I would redo my hair every day before school. So literally like half of my hair broke off in 7th and 8th grade. So basically in 7th and 8th grade I kept doing that, and I think eventually my mom threw away the Maxi Glide because she's like, I don't have time for this. All your hair is breaking off. Like, it's not it. It's not it. It's not it. And then, so then my hair wasn't breaking off as much. But like, as you guys know, once you have split ends, which I got from breaking all my hair off from the Maxi Glide, once you have a lot of split ends, it just keeps splitting up and up and up and up the hair. And if you don't cut it off, and I didn't cut my hair until like junior year of high school. So I always wondered, why is my hair growing so slowly? But I just had a bunch of split ends, and I didn't even cut the split ends off until literally like 5 years later. So that's why my hair is going so slow. But during this time, I probably from like 7th to 10th grade, I kept straightening my hair because all the comments before about you'd be pretty with straight hair, the bus erupting in laughter, like I just wanted to have hair like everyone else, and I wanted to have straight hair. But the thing is, I wanted to have really, really long hair, but it's like kind of like ironic because I wanted to have long hair. So I wanted to have long hair, but I wanted to be straight. So I straightened my hair because as you guys know, when you straighten your hair, it appears longer than when it's curly. Like if I stretch my hair out right now. But like my hair looks shoulder length, but my hair is like mid back length. But I straightened my hair to make it look longer, but then that was making my hair drastically shorter. And then it was just a cycle. And I didn't like my hair. And then I would straighten my hair, but I'd wear it. I didn't like how it looked when it was straight. So then I would just wear it in a bun. But then I liked my hair better when it was like straight in a bun than when it was curly in a bun, because I didn't really know how to do curly hair. All I knew was how to break my hair off with the Maxi Glide hair straightener. So that was just a very vicious cycle for like 4 years. And I remember one time also in 6th grade, then my friend was like, Felicia, when are you gonna grow your hair out? And I'm like, wait, now they're starting to want, no, that was in 7th grade. So now they're starting to want my natural hair journey back. But anyway, and then also in 7th grade, I won the superlative award for best hair in the grade. But then my friend was like telling me that I have to wear my hair curly more often because then everyone's gonna wonder, because this is when I started straightening my hair and breaking it off. And then they said that everyone's gonna wonder why I won best hair if I have hair like everyone else. So it was just a whole thing. Like, just the moral of the story is just don't do whatever you do to your hair because of what everyone else is saying, because that was my downfall of my hair journey. Because I was just worrying about what everyone else was doing, what everyone else was saying, when like 1 minute they're laughing at me on the bus, the next minute they're saying you don't straighten your hair or everyone's gonna wonder why you won best hair. So just do what you want to do with your hair and don't use the Maxi Glide. And back then I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to use heat protectant properly. I didn't know how to wash my hair properly. So when I straightened it, there's still like conditioner in it probably. Like, I didn't even know what I was doing. So if you know how to straighten your hair, if you do it every day, you'll get heat damage. But I don't think that if you did it properly, it would like break your hair off like literally like half the length like it did to me. But just keep in mind, I did not know how to do my hair, like under any circumstances. I did not know what I was doing. And this is what happens when your mom always does your hair and then you decide that you want to do your hair. Like, I was like, I got it. I didn't have it. So then the turning point in 10th grade of when I started my natural hair journey back was, so this was when Zendaya became really popular when I was in 10th grade. So I noticed that Zendaya always wore her hair in high buns. So then, and keep in mind, I was obsessed with Shake It Up. Like, everyone always says bad things about Shake It Up, but I literally love that. When they had like the Disney app and then Shake It Up Made in Japan came out, I watched the live stream of the movie on my iPad in my room. I was ready with my iPad. Hit me up some love, everybody need contagious love, and I'll be happy with just enough love. Give me that contagious love. Like, don't even get me started, but don't even get me started. So I put my hair, my straightened hair, mind you, in a high bun, did the sock bun style, and everyone started flipping out in high school saying my hair looks so good. Oh, and also I would like, after I put in the bun, I would like pull it out. So it was like, well, I can't do it with curly hair, but so I would like pull it out the hair. So it was like, I don't know how to describe it, but it had like some volume and then like the perfect bun at the top. And it looked kind of like a sock bun kind of thing, but I didn't have a sock in it. And then everyone was always saying my hair looks so perfect, my hair looks so great. So then I got even more heat damage because then I would straighten my hair just to put in that bun. But then I noticed on Instagram, towards like the end of 10th grade, then Zendaya started her natural hair journey. And I was like, oh, and also back to the fact that I was the only Black person in my whole grade and it was like the same kids from like kindergarten through high school. So when Zendaya became popular, then I'm like, wait, I can have a role model that looks like me and think that I'm actually beautiful. What's happening? So basically Zendaya became my inspiration, and that's why the whole bun thing happened. But I was like, there's finally somebody that I can look up to that looks like me on Disney Channel, because I love Disney Channel, I love Nickelodeon. It's a whole nother video. But so then on Instagram, then Zendaya posted that she was deep conditioning her hair overnight with coconut oil, and she said that she's starting her curly hair journey. And I'm like, wait. Oh, and also I'd always go on Pinterest, look at Zendaya's hairstyles. I'm like, wait, I have curly hair. Why can't I start my own natural hair journey? So then I started my natural hair journey, and it was very, very painful for me, but I had to force myself to go to school with my natural hair out. And I'd always wear wash and goes with like the Eco Styler gel. And keep in mind, I still didn't know what I was doing. I was like literally washing my hair and just putting only Eco Styler gel in it. No oil, not oil. Don't do oil in Eco Styler, no. No leave-in conditioner, no lock method, just gel method, just the G method. All I did was wash my hair, get out of the shower, and put gel. And then I mentioned this in my worst natural hair mistakes video, but I would literally put like this Dollar Tree. I noticed that now Dollar Tree has natural hair products and people make videos about it. So I'm guessing that the products are better now, but back then, the Dollar Tree gel, it was like kind of like, I don't know, but the Dollar Tree gel back then, I shouldn't have been putting it on my hair. That also, it was just drying my hair out so badly. Yeah, this is more of a natural hair self-love journey video, but if you guys want me to go more in depth of my worst natural hair mistakes, then comment that down below, because I can definitely make that video. Because my scalp was really going through it during my hiatus of my natural hair journey, and it was just bad. And then with the Dollar Tree gel on top of that, it was horrible. Basically, I just didn't know how to wash my hair at all. So then I can't even tell you guys like what leave-in I used, but eventually I stopped doing the wash and goes with just Eco Styler gel, and I started using actual leave-in conditioner in Eco Styler gel, and then wearing my wash and go to school. And then that's when I became the queen of braid outs. And I did braid outs literally every day in like 9th and 10th grade, or probably just 10th grade, like towards the second half, when Zendaya posted her coconut oil thing. And then I got coconut oil, and I did my coconut oil deep conditioners, and I did my braid outs, and my hair was basically like transitioning hair because it was so heat damaged so bad at the ends. But then my hair started growing out, so it was like really healthy at the top half, and then it was just straight. So then I did the braid out so it would like blend the hair texture. And then I started being like, wow, my hair is kind of looking nice. And that's when the braid outs were really what made me like finally accept my natural hair. And also with the fact that Zendaya was starting, because Zendaya, it was like kind of like as I was going through my whole straightening my hair every single day thing, then on Shake It Up, then they always straightened Zendaya's hair like at the beginning of the show, and then they gave her hair extensions, like straight hair extensions. And then when Shake It Up ended, then, and probably when it was still going on, but then she started posting about how she was going on her curly hair journey, and then I went on my curly hair journey. So I had Zendaya as a role model, I had my braid outs, and then so then in 10th grade, then I finally cut off, like, I want to say like 4 to 5 inches of my hair. So I cut off all the straight ends, and then I finally had my curly hair, and I was like, wait, this is what my curl pattern is? Like, it was like huge curls. And I think because my hair is longer now, then it's not as, like, the curls aren't as big as they were when I cut my hair that short, because when your hair is long, it like weighs down the curl pattern and the curls appear to be looser. But I had like really big tight curls, and I finally started loving my curly hair, and I watched millions of hours of YouTube videos on how to take care of my hair. And I remember I was watching Samantha Maria the night that I cut all my hair off. I was watching Samantha Maria, and she had bangs, and I was like, bangs must be nice. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, at like 3 o'clock in the morning, half of my hair was cut off. But it was probably the best thing I've ever done for my hair. And I finally started to love my hair. And if you guys are currently hating your natural hair, for me, there was no like huge catalyst in making me love my hair. It was, besides my role model Zendaya accepting her hair, but it was really honestly probably the fact that when I did the braid outs, I actually liked how my hair looked, because I wanted to have longer hair, but then when I did the braid outs, I could have my natural hair, but then it stretched my hair out and it looked longer. So if you guys really want to have longer hair and you just can't accept your natural hair, I would definitely recommend twist outs and braid outs, and just doing your hair in just any stretch style besides straightening with a maxi glide. Just please don't break all your hair off in the process of trying to find some middle ground in accepting your hair. And then also I noticed that the more I forced myself to wear my hair out curly at school and stopped caring what everyone else thought and stopped caring what everyone said, then I finally started to love my hair. And also, it's always like when one person said something bad about you, then you remember that, but you never remember the millions of good things that the other people say. Because I didn't even mention that through like my entire life, like kindergarten through 12, everyone constantly always said that they loved my hair. But these are just the standout things that contributed to me internalizing things and hating my hair. But don't get me wrong, everyone always said that they like my hair, and which you guys can tell by the fact that I won best hair superlative. But don't worry about what other people say. But if you are going to, then focus on the good things that people say to you, not the bad things. And don't care about what everyone else's hair looks like, because, and then also I would highly recommend finding role models that look like you. Like for me, then Zendaya becoming popular really made me finally accept myself and not wanting to look like people that I could never possibly look like, no matter how hard I tried. So definitely find role models to get inspiration from that actually look like you, and you don't have to literally do anything to, like, you don't have to make any huge drastic changes to yourself to resemble them. But not saying that you have to look like a celebrity, but if you want somebody to get inspiration from, try not to find anyone that is going to make you feel bad about yourself, because you can never look like them. And if you guys want hair care tips about how to care for natural hair, then I have a whole natural hair tutorial playlist on my channel, and I'll link that above and also down below in the description box. So yeah guys, this was a story of how I used to hate my natural hair, and my natural hair journey took a big hiatus of me just straightening my hair and burning the whole thing off. And if you guys are struggling to accept your natural hair, then I would just try to get out of your comfort zone. And the more you wear your hair curly, the easier it's gonna get, and the more you're going to accept it over time. And watch a bunch of YouTube videos about people caring for their natural hair, because eventually, if you just keep watching YouTube videos and people in the YouTube videos have your hair type, you're gonna start feeling amazing about your hair. That was probably also the other thing. As the natural hair community like exploded, then that, not exploded in a bad way, but like as the natural hair community grew, then there was more and more people for me to watch that had hair like mine. And then I started to see myself in all these other people, and then realize that a lot of people have hair like mine and I should accept it and I should love it. So yeah guys, that was my story of my natural hair acceptance. And make sure to comment down below your biggest struggle on your natural hair journey, and like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to my channel for more hair videos, beauty, lifestyle, and advice. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.